beautiful. Oof. Just de-weeding the garden with my motorcycle. No fucking HOA to worry about round here. Because nobody gives a fuck. Well, they probably do give a fuck. They actually probably hate my garden, but I don't give a fuck about them. Right, off to work for the day. Oh, 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 I'm running nuts. Anyway, if my audio doesn't record today, I'm gonna bitch out like a little girl. So yeah, bit of a long one. It's going to be one of them talking ones, I'm sorry. Hopefully it's going to be one of them talking ones. Like I say, if my audio doesn't record, you ain't going to hear shit. Was a bit of a week or two. As it turns out. Indicate then, I pressed you, you fuck. Car. Fuel is low. But whatever, fuck it. I got about 130 miles. What was I saying? Oh yes. The root of all my exhaust problems was actually the central bolt. There are normally 3 in the procession. Well, 3 holding points. The rear of the exhaust, the middle, which is right underneath the bike, and then the gasket. Or, no, not gasket, flanges / manifold, depending on where you're from in the world. Now, we all know that my manifolds / flanges were fucked when I bought it, and I had intentions to do them. Ha ha ha. What had happened was the middle bolt, thanks to the speed bumps probably, had come out, meaning the exhaust was hanging down in the middle slightly, which had also caused it to start blowing. In addition to that, because it was hanging down, it had prized the bottom of the exhausts where they meet the engine outlets to come away and break the flanges / manifolds. So my exhaust was blowing and it sounded like a World War I biplane. Fucking miserable. Like, I felt awful riding it around because it was so loud. As you can hear right now, it's virtually silent again. It's the way it should be. But I've got to keep an eye on that bolt in the middle. Because if the last one just decided to break in half or fuck off or whatever, you never know what this one might decide to do. So I'm keeping an eye on it. Any change and I have to get it remedied immediately to keep the exhaust going. I tried to do it myself, as some of you know. That wasn't going to happen. They were so stuck on. It ended up being a 2.5-hour job with very skilled hands by my side, doing most of the work. Still took 2.5 hours. In the end, we had to weld nuts onto the bolts to get them out of the head. It was a miserable fucking time trying to get them out. Everything was going wrong. In one of them, he had to actually cut the nut off because it was so mullered that it wouldn't come off like in its entirety. It just kept hanging on. So we took the decision to try and cut it off in a half measure so that we could see how bad the bolt underneath was. Unfortunately, Neil, the guy who was helping me, and I'm forever grateful for his help that day, accidentally cut into my exhaust, but it's okay because he welded that up as well. So yeah, it was a bit of a shitter really. And this is all in an attempt to get it ready for MOT, which is in like 2 weeks or so, I think. Yeah, it's after payday, obviously. I don't foresee her needing anything. I know she needs a new chain and sprockets in the next few months, because I'm coming near to the end of my adjustment ability. But other than that, she's alright. So yeah, she purrs like a kitten now. Can't say there's too much difference in performance, I just know that I can hear my own thoughts again. I mean, the first time your exhaust pops a little while you're riding, you're like, ooh. But after a couple of weeks of that, you're like, nah, this ain't fun anymore. And every time you start the bike, it blows gas and water all over the back of your foot.